Today, we will be watching a video about a guy who has everything coming to him. He needs no introduction, but this is the intro, so we're going to say it anyway. Johnny Somali, a guy who prides himself on being an absolute jackass to society. But you know what? It's finally coming to him. The actions of his consequences. And I couldn't be happier about that. So, if you enjoyed this video, please do like, please do comment, subscribe if you haven't already, while clicking that bell notification. And let's enjoy his suffering and downfall. Alright, there we go. Alright, so next video. This is something that I've been keeping track of for a long time. A lot of you people might know this guy, Johnny Somali. He's a douche. You know, that's pretty much it. He's a douchey douche, and it's finally caught up to him. In fact, I'm gonna reload this because I kept this tab here for a while, so I think
this is the disrespect.
Okay, there we go. Just so the ads don't play immediately. Anyway, no, like he's the best way to put it is that he's a douchey douche. You know, he's done a lot of bad things. Is not like outright. He talks a lot of shit, and then he's done a lot of very disrespectful things, but by no means has this guy. I don't think he's hurt people, and by no means he's never taken a life or anything. But he's just disrespectful, mean, and literally does it to try to get attention. But now it's all come full circle to bite him in the ass, and he's probably in the worst position imaginable. And I couldn't be happier about it. Like, this is good. You get what you deserve, man. But we're gonna watch Atozy's video here. And I like Atozy. He does good work and whatnot. And I feel like I've been watching Atozy for a long time, and I've watched his entire arc of the Johnny Somali stuff. This is the latest video I haven't seen yet, so we're gonna get into it. But he's been going to all the trials that Johnny Somali had to go to. Atozy himself has been going in person and whatnot. So he's getting like the full frontal scoop of what's going on inside that courtroom. Which, you know what? Props to him, man. Anything for the content. You gotta love it. I cannot hate that. Bros out here trying to get the most accurate information for the content, and I love that. Anyway, let's get into it.
This is the disrespectful IRL streamer walking out of court realizing he's completely destroyed his life. And now he's facing a max sentence of over 40 years in prison once you add up all of his charges together.
It's 40 now! It's 40 now. Oh my, oh my, oh my. That is a lot. Is he going to get the max sentence? Probably not. But if he did, nobody would complain. Not a single person would complain about him getting the max sentence, man. Like this guy so deserves it, but holy crap. That's a major jump. A super major leap from last time. I think it was like 12 years, maybe? From what it was looking like, but up to 46. That's a big jump.
6 of which he's already pleaded guilty to. And things
I did know
for
that.
This guy because he refuses to apologize. He keeps on doubling down on his moronic behavior, and at this point, he's just completely digging his own grave. To the point where he's honestly really going for that #1 spot of the Influencer Hall of Fame morons. Now you might be asking, how is this possible? Well,
and there's a lot of stupid people out there for the Influencer Hall of Fame of morons, man. There's a lot of people gunning for that #1 spot, but Johnny is very much up there because he literally won't stop. Like even after his first trial, he kept doing stuff, and that's like, dude, the charges just keep racking up, man. And he keeps thinking he's going to leave, but they're not going to let him.
He's built an entire career of harassing people in public. He went to Japan to do exactly this, and quickly found out because people started confronting him all the time. And it's crazy how much I called what was going to happen over 2 years ago.
You're from America?
Yes.
So am I.
You're from America?
Yeah, you're being obnoxious.
You know what we do to you?
What do you do?
We will do again.
Do what? His career path is now limited, to say the least. He can keep streaming to the morons who are entertained by his behavior, but at some point, being disrespectful like this will either get stale or it's going to catch up to him in the worst way possible.
But back then,
and it caught up to him in the worst way possible because now he's facing 46 years. Dude, he's just an asshole, man. I can't stand it. I get such secondhand embarrassment, and re-watching some of Johnny Somali's clips is just. I couldn't even imagine, man. It's so stupid. Nice gamer subs right there.
He ended up being chased down by alleged Yakuza members. He was forced to apologize multiple times, but because he didn't do it in a sincere way, he ended up fleeing Japan for Thailand.
Is it? Oh, okay. No, okay. Oh, this. I forgot that other guy. He did a. I'm forgetting his name. Ice Poseidon. He did like a lap dance in Thailand, and you don't do that in Thailand. Thailand is very serious about stuff like that. And I think Ice Poseidon is actually permanently banned from Thailand because of that. But which I mean, not but deserved, 100% deserved. That almost made it sound bad. I'm honestly surprised Johnny went to Thailand too, because I think like one of the countries you definitely don't want to fuck around and find out in is Thailand, because you know they're very serious, and I think I feel like they've really made an example out of Ice Poseidon. I don't know if he served prison time, Ice Poseidon, but oh my god, Johnny's so stupid trying to go over here, man. And I'm not gonna lie, I thought an ad popped up. It didn't. I just thought it did.
The chat. Where's the chat?
In the way I do it, looking like it's easy.
Listen, I'm here as the lawyer. Listen.
My head keeps spinning like a CD. Gotta do it right, never repeat. I just want more. You could tell when you meet me.
Oh, police are here, guys. Oh, police extra price.
Are you on board? Trey Flip and it's Steezy. 2014
Yep.
outside in my DC.
If you ain't doing like super degen shit, maybe I'll see you again.
Okay, I like that. We get it.
But you know, just don't get canceled all over Twitter again.
No worries. I won't bring that heat.
Maybe throw it down like a
And he got canceled all over Twitter again, like an idiot. I hope this song isn't copyrighted. I mean, I'll edit it out when it gets posted.
Oh, you are bad. That's what it is.
Oh yeah, this one.
I'll take you to dinner. I'll change your life, baby.
They don't know your name like it's what you're calling.
Bro actually got baby carried. That's embarrassing.
So in September of 2024, he arrives here in Seoul, Korea, and he goes to the Mapo district, and he starts to stream by going straight into this GS25 store here. And he immediately made his way to the refrigerated section to buy soju, a traditional Korean alcoholic beverage normally made from either rice or sweet potatoes.
Dude, Atozy's actually out here. Holy crap!
Local citizens of Seoul. So after stopping,
dude, I want to give Atozy props, man. He's really making this, putting some quality into this. He's actually out here visiting the places where he was being an idiot.
at this GS25, they made their way down here. Obviously, this venue was packed, and he ended up running up on this stage. So not long after he goes live here in Seoul, Korea, he immediately jumps up on this stage and interrupts a televised performance.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So it took him about 10 to 20 minutes to start worrying if he was going to get arrested or not. So they made a run for it and ended up running to this bus stop right here, and they got on this bus. And here he only rode the bus for a few stops until the bus driver actually threw him off the bus, which in South Korea can easily be a business disruption charge, which he's currently facing 4 of. And you can really tell how uncomfortable his friend got with Johnny.
Oh, no, yeah, the disruption of business charge, that one. That one was not the one we just saw, but he bought a fish and set it outside to let it, like, rot in the sun, and then he started like swinging it around at everybody, and then he went inside a bus and started shoving it in people's faces, which is one of the charges that he got.
Because he immediately left him, because that was the last time he ever saw his friend on his stream.
Bro, stop being a piece of
And soon after, he went to this market and bought.
Honestly, I don't blame that friend, man. Like, dude, every single one of his friends is just gone now because he just wouldn't stop. And then fucking Hank, Hanky Poo. I've been watching Legal Mindset. That's funny. he's fed up with him too. Like he's obviously he needs to stay with Johnny for the trials and whatnot because that's Hank's family's lawyer and whatnot, and I think Hank has to be present. But I think outside of that, he's Hank probably is done with Johnny, and honestly, I'd be done with him a long time ago, man. Like
a lot of fish, went onto a bus and started harassing
yeah, here we go. Here's
people with
the fish
and playing North Korean propaganda. And when people asked him to stop multiple times, he did what he always does. He laughed in their face and didn't do so. So he was eventually confronted by the police, lied to them, so they let him go. And then he continued what he was doing to begin with. And then he was confronted by the police again. And then he lied to them again. And then he was let go yet again. The cycle just keeps repeating with this guy.
It's so
but unfortunately, they just kept a tally and kept...
I don't know. Hydraulics in my seat. Okay, thank you. I need to get a new chair, man. Anyway, I think like because he was playing like North Korean propaganda and whatnot and saying how you really hate hearing about this guy, dude. What I'm enjoying now is the fact that the consequences have caught up to him. But I think like I could be wrong about this one, okay? But because of the amount of North Korean propaganda he was playing over in South Korea, the South Korean equivalent to the FBI also has an investigation of him because, you know, why are you playing so much North Korean propaganda in South Korea? That's not, you know, that's something they frown upon, man. Quite obviously, you know, that's pretty bad. But I'm enjoying now that the consequences are finally catching up to him, and it really does look like bro is going to get some jail time. I don't know if he'll get like, he definitely probably won't get like the full 46 years because it's very rare cases somebody would get the max prison sentence anywhere. Like for Johnny Somali to probably get the max prison sentence, he would have actually had to kill somebody to get the maximum prison sentence. But he's going to get years, bro. I just feel it. He's going to get years behind prison. Which I can't wait for that day. That day is coming, and I can't wait for it.
Kept charging him with more and more charges.
Why are you being to other people in other countries? For money, for clout. I've said it many times. I don't give a I have no morals. I'm a sociopath. I don't give a Put this in your next YouTube documentary. I don't give a fuck. I want to apologize.
And there you go. There you have it, bro. Literally, all you need to do is just show that to the prosecutor, and boom, that's it. Said it, done. And and again, right here, he's getting approached by so many people, and then he just goes off and does it again.
And at this point, I guess he just felt completely invincible here in South Korea, so that's what led him to do the 7-Eleven crash out, and then later on, the latte world.
Until he, I don't give a fuck until he found out. Yeah, no, he's definitely finding out now. You know what the crazy part is? So like, if/when this man fully gets convicted and gets sent to jail, he would have to be, he's not going to go in like regular Korea jail. He's going to get put in jail where they would be putting like people from different countries in, right? And you know, probably some of the lawyers, some of those people, some of those foreign people from around the world are Chinese people. And if I remember right, Johnny Somali was making fun of China and whatnot too. So you know, let's just say prisoners have a way to figure out why you're in there. Mm-hmm. They'll have ways. They'll have ways to figure out why you're in there, even if they don't ask you.
World incident.
Oh, dude, the latte world one was actually really messed up.
No English.
And this is what brought me to Seoul in March of 2025, because he was officially indicted. And I've been covering all of this from afar, but I wanted to see what this train wreck was like in person. And honestly, I was in complete disbelief. I've never seen a person who clearly knew better act this dumb and completely destroy his life for zero upside. By March of 2025, he'd already been stuck in Korea for months. And finally, he had his opportunity to just apologize, take his penalty, and go home.
And he
What
didn't.
did he do, though? Absolutely not that.
He threatens the I remember this after the first trial. He threatens the judge and prosecutor live while he was live. That's what he did. He did that.
Instead, he chose to insult the judge and judge's family just days before
Oh, yeah,
his
that
trial,
too.
then show up to his trial over an hour late drunk.
Yeah, I forgot about that. He got drunk the previous night.
Anxiety by carrying a fish. Tell the
Dude, I think, honestly, I feel like Hank was fed up with him way before the first trial, bro. Just look at that face. He can't handle it.
judge, you can suck my. I'll bring a fish to your mother's house.
Do you admit the charges? Is there anything you want to say? Do you admit the charges? Don't you want to apologize?
I love North.
Now, as you can probably see, that was a complete disaster before, during, and after the trial. So did
stupid.
he take this as a massive wake-up call to maybe sharpen up, start apologizing, and get his stuff together? Absolutely not. He continued to live stream himself committing felonies.
Yeah, no, he just kept being stupid.
Stop this man! Stop this man! He's harassing my girlfriend! Go away!
At this point, I don't even know. How is this person real? And this is what's brought us back now in August of 2025, because he's now racked up 8 charges.
So we're now on our way to interview a guy by the name of Jung Do, because he hit me up the other day and he claims that he sucker punched Johnny in the face. And he wanted to take us to the spot where he did it and give some backstory to why he did so.
You know what the funny thing is about this? Johnny Somali is fully out of money. He doesn't have any money, period. Because, so part of the reason why Korea just didn't hold him in prison, because like prison and jail are 2 separate things. Prison is where you would hold people who either have done like minor crimes, you know, like stealing like a piece of candy bar, or stealing a piece of candy bar. You know, it's just the stuff that's like, yeah, it's against the law, but it's not in the grand scheme of things, so it's not that big of a deal, right? Or jail would also be used for where you would hold the dangerous people while they wait for their court date, just so they don't commit more dangerous things. However, their thing with Johnny was that if he was in prison, then they would have to spend Korean tax dollars to like feed him and clothe him and, you know, make sure he's in good health condition. So if they didn't put him in prison, then he would have to spend his own money to take care of himself, because his passport was like fully confiscated. So he couldn't leave the country, and he didn't have a work visa, so he couldn't get a job to earn money. So Johnny Somali's fully broke, like completely. He has no money, and then I know his parents disowned him, and he said that himself, like his dad disowned him and whatnot, which honestly, I kind of don't blame the guy, because he's being fucking stupid, so.
We're standing here in Gwangjang Market, and I'm here with Jung Do, who infamously punched Johnny Somali in the face while he was standing right here. I had a few questions for him about what happened, and my first question would be, why did you do it?
So the reason why I did it is because he was assaulting people in my country. Just by his behavior, just made me feel like furious. Made me go like blind rage, just by harassing women and children and elderly people, because for its clout. And also desecrating the statue that memorializes women who were forced into slavery, by Japanese imperials, which, by the way, most of them are underage. So after he did that, I just like, you know, screw it, I'm just gonna risk it.
Because you're in your 20s, I'm assuming most people
Infamously do needs a medal in a street named after him. Fucking honestly, there was another case where another Korean person punched him. He was ex-Korean military, and he literally recorded himself just soccer punching him super hard and whatnot. And the Korean people not only hailed him as a hero, but they paid for his bail and put him in like a 5-star hotel for a weekend. Which, you know what? Good job for that guy. Oh my goodness. Like, holy crap. Yeah, ex-Korean soldier. No, that guy was hailed as a hero. Everybody paid for his bail and whatnot. Like, everybody came together for that.
people in Korea in their 20s also feel the same way towards him?
Just like so deserved.
Yeah, where everyone's just sick of him. Most people recognize him for wrong reason.
If I may ask, how were you able to track him down?
So to make it short, I was about to like, do some of my personal like problems dealing with like accounting things. So then all of a sudden, around like 2 or 3 o'clock, Johnny was live streaming. I decided to call my friends, so we started to gather in the Discord call and told them, guys, this guy is streaming. We gotta figure where this guy is. I know where his house is, but I'm not sure if you go to other places that I'm not familiar with. So can you guys track him down while I'm riding a train? And it was like, sure, go ahead. So basically the 4 of us figure out where he's going. Man, it was like a really long journey. And it kind of point I was like really exhausted by it. I was like really close to giving up. And then until one specific spot that helped me find this guy. It was a coffee shop right here.
Oh, so it was the White Button Coffee and Dessert?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
But it's all because of this place that I figured it out. And all of a sudden, I was like filled with just adrenaline coming up. In my mind, this one music from a Red Dead Redemption on the Nightmare, I think it's called Voodoo, Bad Voodoo. Have you played that game?
Yes.
So this music was like playing on my head, and then I was like, kept running.
That's so funny, video game music playing in your head while the journalist popping up.
Like, dude, I saw a police station in your camera. Bail, man, just bail. And then I walk across the street, and then I came here.
You ended up sucker punching him right here, and then you ran this way, right?
Yeah.
He kind of started chasing you a little bit, and you had a little bit of a confrontation. So you guys ran down here, and then if I remember correctly, you ran down here. And then this is essentially where the altercation ended. Because he said something, you ended up running a little bit back up the stairs, and then you went, oh, okay, I gotta disengage.
Yeah, right? It's like, I'm just so tired. I just want to go back home. That's it. If you want to go around and harass these people just for clout, or just do something really stupid in public, get a life or do something.
Thank you so much for your time. I hope you have a wonderful day, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Operation 2 a.m. pizza secured.
Yeah. Oh, dude, 2 a.m. pizza, that's such a fucking mood, man. I love midnight snacks. Yeah. Oh, dude, that's such a mood. I love that. No, but does he deserve it? Yeah. But 3 a.m. Oh, no, wait, no, that's my butt. There. I thought that was a chatter. No, that was my butt saying, "Hey, I'd break starting soon." No, anyway. Does he deserve it? Yeah. But I wouldn't encourage people going out and like punching the guy. Now obviously he's done, or like anybody who's done like something like that for that matter, because what it does is give him an out. Really, if you see him doing something bad, just call the police. Just call the cops. And then like for Johnny Somali's case, they've been keeping tabs on everything that he does, and so the prosecutor's probably seen like most of his live streams and all the bad things. So does he deserve it? Yeah. Do I condone it? No. It just gives him an out, and it gives other people an out.
Now we got to find a CU again, or a 7-Eleven. Oh, right here. Okay, that made it easy. Something in here is calling my name as well. Do I want to fish?
Dude, they put Kit Kat in the fridge. Dude, I fucking love cold Kit Kat. I love cold chocolate in general. Chocolate for me, chocolate's something that's good either really cold or really hot in liquid form. The room temperature, and I'll still eat it, but I'd like to put it in the fridge, please.
Ice cream. It's like a bean paste ice cream. This also looks interesting.
I've seen those.
Seems like a vibe. Honey apple ice cream cone. That's probably fascinating. So in Korea, they do things where it's like, they give you an ice cup, and then you buy your own drinks, and then you mix it into the ice cup, and then you have a ready-to-go drink. Oh yeah, you can also add all these things in here as well. We have something else in mind,
That's pretty cool.
Okay, so we've now acquired our ice cups, but instead of making our own drinks inside of the
Bro's putting gamer subs in it.
7-Eleven, which is extremely common here, we're going to do it a little bit differently because today's video is sponsored by Gamer Subs.
Yeah.
Shout out Gamer Subs. Without them, we wouldn't be in
Bro
Korea
got
right
that
now.
Gamer Subs sponsorship.
We brought some water, and we're gonna mix in the ice. We got the mango Gamer Subs here now. What I do like about Gamer Subs is it doesn't taste chalky. Also, you can get Gamer Subs for what, 40 cents per serving. So it's basically the cheapest one on the market, and it tastes the best. So I don't really see a loss here. And if you don't believe my statements, you can click this link in the description down below and use code Atozy for a free sample pack of Gamer Subs. So it's
I should honestly get myself more Gamer Subs. It's been a long time since I had it. I would have caught myself some lemonade ones because I like lemonade. Lemonade's pretty good.
Spoon of Gamer Subs per 500 milliliters. No, per 250 milliliters. Oh my.
Dude, you're just wasting. Okay, well he's cleaning it up at least, but come on.
And the ice
will work as our own shaker cup today. Thankfully, GamerSubs also has a whole plethora of wonderful shaker cups as well.
Dude, I love how like the people who got sponsored who sold enough things to get their own flavor. I love how they get the name of their own flavor because some of those names are fucking hilarious. Guacamole Gamer Fart 9000, amazing. Love you, Russian Veggie.
It smells amazing. Dude, taste that. Taste that. That is actually amazing. What? Taste that. Genuinely.
Okay, no, you got me.
Dude, that's amazing. Cheers. Thank you. Thank you. Gombe. Gombe. Thank you so much, GamerSubs, for sponsoring this video. That was Cooking with Arling, Cooking with Earl, Cooking with Atozy. Raise your hand if you've ever seen something like this before. Sally sells seashells by the seashore. Nailed that first try. Wait, I can't rotate that way. That's okay. Dude. Did you see that?
Jesus Christ.
Did you see that? I caught it.
That was the GamerSubs.
That was purely GamerSubs.
That was GamerSubs feeling him. He caught the camera. Don't break the expensive camera.
So you can have razor quick reflexes like me, and I'm completely jaywalking like a complete moron. I'm so sorry.
Dude.
I wasn't jaywalking. We had the right of way. Dude, we are so locked in.
So going into the trial, we had a lot of questions revolving Hank and Johnny's relationship. Because recently, Hank went onto the K-Town Social podcast and said, hey, Johnny owed him $20,000. He wasn't associated with Johnny anymore, and Johnny no longer lived with him. And to be fair, are we surprised there's trouble in paradise when you have two dudes living on top of each other in a extremely small apartment
for not really.
About a year? No, especially when you consider that one of the dudes there is not making any money. He's actually just a drain on this dude's life, and he's causing a massive rift between him and his family. And
dude, honestly, I'm surprised it took this long for him to just kick Johnny out. I'm under the assumption that while Hank has kicked Johnny out and wants nothing to do with Johnny anymore, he still has to be there for like the trials because the lawyer that he has is Hank. It's a lawyer from Hank's family. And oh my god, that poor lawyer, man. I don't blame the lawyer because like Korea has something similar where you're entitled to a lawyer even if you can't afford one will be provided for you. And like he's as damning as all the evidence is against Johnny, he's still entitled to a defense. So the lawyer has to defend him. You know, like if Johnny wants to plead not guilty, then the lawyer has to find a way to defend that, you know? So I literally can't blame the lawyer for this, especially since this is something that's like out of his league and whatnot. I think from what Legal Mindset said, that this lawyer that Johnny has isn't like fully familiar with this type of court. He hasn't done like a lot in the past like 10-15 years, I think, but I think I could be wrong on that.
And this guy's family is paying for the other dude's trial. It's just not a good deal for them whatsoever.
We're now headed to the Johnny Somali trial. It's the day of. The trial begins in just a few hours. It's pouring rain here in Seoul, so we have the umbrellas on deck. Locked in.
Atozy out here with the suit, bro. He's looking so good. What the heck?
Today, because this apparently is supposed to be the most important trial day because you actually have a witness, which is Bong Bong. And it'll also be really interesting to see if Bong Bong actually shows up, because it seems like there's been a lot of intimidation towards her because Johnny Somali and the people who support him don't want her to show up and testify. But again, she's not the only one who has the deepfake charges against him.
Ah, shoot. Ad break. Okay, hold on. We'll wait for the ad break to end. Anyway, ad break's over.
Was there a chance that this is also the day that we get to know like the closing dates and whatnot?
Could be. And the other interesting thing that's happening today is we'll find out what the fourth obstruction of business is. Also, today the trial is actually at 4 p.m., not 9 in the morning, so the odds of him not oversleeping and showing up drunk are a lot higher. But never zero with this guy.
Never zero. Never know what this man's up to.
So what are we expecting to happen today in court?
We're going to hear a new charge, which is obstruction of business. We know that.
Yeah.
And we're going to hear a plea.
Yeah.
Johnny. We're going to hear him confirm his address.
Yeah.
Confirm his occupation. See what he's going to say. And then what do we got? Bong Bong.
Right. Okay.
She's going to testify, and it should be very interesting.
Well, I guess we'll check back in when we know. So Johnny's current freedom will be decided behind these doors.
Obviously, I can't film inside the court, so we did a little drawing again. So here you see the judge in the middle there, and then on one side you have the prosecution, and on the other side you have the defense. And clearly we had a very sad Johnny Smalley sitting in court today. So this is essentially what it looked like. You had the translator in the middle, and then you had the prosecution and the defense on opposite sides, and obviously
great artwork
the judge
by Atozy
in the middle behind what says court in Korean there.
Here's the boys. How we feeling?
Oh, dude, he's not even talking anymore.
Did you see that strut he hit the... Dude was definitely walking cursive, or at the very least, italic. I've never seen someone try to keep that straight of a face before.
Bro,
right, so we just
bro finally wised up and decided to not say anything. Holy crap. Usually he would either say something or just like flip off the camera or do something disrespectful. Holy crap. I think it's finally setting in that he's screwed.
got out of court. What were the big updates that happened during it?
Well, we had not a surprise witness, because the definition of that is somebody who we didn't know was going to be called, but we just made a mistake about assuming who was going to be called. It actually turned out to be the Lotte World employee who had to deal with Johnny.
Oh, so we thought Bong Bong was going to be called, but it wasn't Bong Bong. It was her instead.
Yes. So that was for the obstruction of business at Lotte World, and then but Johnny changed.
All it took was get slapped with jail time for 20+ years, dude. Dude, jail time can change a person, man. Like the second they realize that, the second they realize the amount of years that they could be facing, they tend to shut up real quickly. Well, I mean, like, not even that. Johnny Smalley was like, he knew he was going to be facing jail time after, like, the first trial, and yet he still continued his actions. Though, granted, I think the only reason why he did that was because he genuinely thought he was going to get off, like, scot-free. Like, I remember he went to, like, the American embassy in Korea to get a temporary passport, because, like, if you lose your passport, you could just... If you lose your passport in a different country, you can go to an embassy of your home country and get a temporary passport to leave. But even Legal Mindset explained that even if he got a temporary passport, even if he tried to leave, the customs over in the Korean side of the airport would look up his name, seeing that there's an ongoing trial on, and they would be like, no, you can't leave. What the heck? Turn around, buddy. Well, not even that. They'd call the cops on him and be like, hey, this man's trying to leave. Catch him. You know, stuff like that.
Plea to guilty.
So therefore she didn't have to testify.
Exactly. There's no need for her to testify.
Okay.
She could just go because she pled guilty. So he changed that one plea, so now we only have 2 not guilty pleas.
And the 2 that are not guilty pleas, those are both for the deepfakes or for the...
Those are both for the deepfakes.
Right.
And
South Korea takes deepfakes very seriously.
Okay, so they did not originally want witnesses for that, or that's what
the lawyers tried to stop it.
Okay.
Since he
South Korea takes deepfakes very seriously. Like if convicted, there is mandatory jail time. Like mandatory. I forget how many years, but there is mandatory jail time if convicted of a deepfake crime.
Just on a not guilty plea, they have to call the witnesses.
But since now witnesses are involved, that means the next trial is going to be 2 to 3 months out from now, I'm assuming.
October 24th.
October 24th.
October 29th.
Okay.
We're waiting to
Hey, that's my birthday month. Birthday month. Yeah. That'd be a nice present. A bit of a late present, but a present nonetheless.
You're pretty sure that sounded like October 24th. Yeah.
The lawyer was asking for too much time for cross-referencing, so the judge said that prosecution said they only needed like 10-15 minutes. He wanted like 25-30 minutes.
So that means the lawyer, since the lawyer first tried to stop the testimony, or stop the witnesses, but since the court insists on the witnesses, the lawyer asked for more time than they could allocate.
Okay.
So that means he really wants to, grill the witnesses.
So would you overall say this trial went good or bad for Johnny, or this case, or this trial date?
I think it was pretty stupid.
Okay.
It was but you have a defendant who's insisting on these not guilty pleas, and you have a lawyer who's just flustered. And this was actually the first time we heard this lawyer make an argument.
Yeah, and how do you do?
His argument was that Johnny did not produce the deep fakes. He only distributed them.
Right.
To which the prosecution says, well, that's what you're accused of. You're accused of distributing them.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether you made them.
Yeah.
So
I feel so bad for the lawyer. It's pure obvious that the lawyer isn't built for a type of trial like this. Like, this is not his forte. But he has no choice but to go along with it. It's bad, bro. It's bad. Johnny Somali's so done, and I'm so happy.
So why are you insisting on a not guilty plea? But he is. It's a paradox.
Right.
It's like basically saying,
you made them, you're guilty.
Yes.
Oh, if you said you distributed them, you're guilty.
Yeah, they cannot deny having distributed them. I think it goes back to what the lawyer said, like way back when. We said the law itself is stupid.
Right. Okay.
They're trying to argue.
They're trying the Chewbacca defense.
Johnny.
The Chewbacca defense.
Excuse me, guys.
Oh, dude, Johnny's just ignoring.
Okay, they don't want to be on camera.
What's interesting also is the North Korea charges that were hovering over his head, because he was actually brought in for questioning there. And he essentially got out of that by saying, hey, I didn't know what I was saying or doing. Please don't charge me.
When I go to the judge tomorrow and say, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm mentally ill. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, yeah, he tried to do an insanity plea, but that didn't work.
And they say, okay, go home with a fine of $500.
Well, the only problem with that is his own streams, just like everything else.
Yeah, this stream right here, just show it to the judge.
He proves that he is very aware of how serious this behavior is here.
What's the law on that? You said you read up on the law. What's the law on that North Korea?
All right, so no propaganda, bro.
No propaganda. What is
don't carry around no.
What's the definition of propaganda?
Papers, like papers promoting Kim Jong Un, like T-shirts promoting Kim Jong Un. None of that, bro.
I ain't got no T-shirt.
Nah, I know, but don't be talking about him and saying he's a real god and whatnot.
What's kind of ironic of all this is clearly, as we saw in the start of this video, Johnny wanted so badly to be liked and kind of be like Ice Poseidon. But unfortunately for him, his own behavior led to him being hated even by his idol.
Why would you want to be like Ice Poseidon, bro? Ice Poseidon is kind of not like a great guy and whatnot. Like he started off fine, but then it just spiraled down, and it's just stupid.
This is the reality of the situation, okay? I'm telling you the reality.
I'm listening.
I went to Japan before, no problems. After you did your I went to Japan, a bunch of problems. Why is that? Because of you. Made my life harder, so I do not like you.
So clearly, reality is slowly kicking in with Johnny that, hey, you're no longer playing a game. You have some serious consequences that are hanging over your head. Because it seems like he's taking this more seriously now. He still showed up late, but at least he had a fitting suit, and he didn't make a whole scene when he arrived. But the main thing I noticed looking at him was, wow, he looked...
No, wait a minute, hold on. Gotta reverse it a little bit. Hold on, we're going back a little bit. Gotta get the zoom out. He's got that lean. He's got that purple drink flavor. Yeah, with Bo Jiden. Yeah.
Was wow, he looks incredibly defeated. But unfortunately for him, he still hasn't apologized. He's now ran out of time to apologize and get a more linear sentence here because for some reason...
No, yeah, even if he apologized now, it's too late.
His whole strategy here does not make sense because he was hit with 8 charges, 6 of which he's already pleaded guilty to. That was the 4 obstruction of business charges and the 2 misdemeanors. But the last 2 charges, which are the more serious charges, he pleaded not guilty to. And he did it in a little bit of an interesting way because these last 2 charges, they are for distributing and creating deepfakes. And he pled not guilty, but also said while he was pleading not guilty that, oh, he did distribute them. And while that could make sense if you're in the US, here in Korea, under his circumstances, that does not make sense whatsoever because he's ran out of money. He's using Hank's money to keep paying for his own attorney. And this is only going to prolong the entire trial process and make his sentencing even harsher because he's not pleading guilty. And as we've already established, he's already distributed them. So from the people I've talked to here, that'll extend both his trial process, but also make his sentence way harsher. And realistically, he's looking at a prison sentence from anywhere from 3 to 8 years here. And that's if the charges stay as is, because before every single trial date, they add more charges. And that's because, again, he live streamed himself committing felonies because the dude can't stop incriminating himself. So this might go down as one of the largest cases of a streamer effing around and finding out. But if you want to try Gamersubs for free, you can go to gamersubs.gg/Atozy.
Dude, I'm not gonna
get a
lose
free sample packet when you use code Atozy.
Oh, there's still a
or
little
if you
bit
want
more.
another way to support the channel, we have a whole plethora of new releases over on
This is still the ad.
including the Soul Collection. And you could use those as a rug on the floor or hang them up as wall decor. It's up to you. I mean, look at this thing. It looks pretty dope.
Okay, no, he's just advertising this on stuff. No, yeah, no, this is the biggest case of self-report that I've actually ever seen ever. But go ahead and support this video. All right, go show this video some love because holy crap, he deserves everything that's coming to him, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie, he deserves it. He's an asshole. Oh man, honestly, him not having that smug look anymore just feels great. He's realizing that he's finally messed up and it's far too late for him. So I cannot wait for the day where he finally gets put away and I can completely forget about this man. But once more, if you have enjoyed this video, please do leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already, as well as clicking that bell notification, and I will see you all on the next video. Bye bye.